Yo, what's up? What you talking about, fool? Don't be talking none of that jive talk, man. Just kidding. Just kidding. So, hey, how's it going? Y'all having a good time? I'm just chilling, just minding my own business, doing my own thing, just chilling out, just rocking it, chill out. We're doing a goal setting stream today, so if y'all have any goals, just let me know. All right. And none of that riffraff, none of that jive talking, man. Don't be doing none of that, y'all. So, hey, how are you? My name's Randy Brown, author. Uh, Author of 3 books, the Little Memory Book, 7 Little Tricks That Make a Big Difference. Then I'm also the author of Quantify and Achieve Your Goals. And I am also the author of the book on comedy, How to Be Funny. So if y'all like books, check those out. They're pretty good. And I am working on my 4th novel, which is a fiction book. And that will be coming out pretty shortly. So there you go. And then also, on my website, which is a Wix website, I now have 1 magic trick for sale at $6.95, and the reason I priced it at $6.95 is because Wix takes about 15% of my revenue for every sale that I do. So at the end, I probably get around $5, and that trick has netted me $20 at one point. So I thought, like, what's 25% of 20? So it's about 5. So there you go. So I think it's a reasonable price, and it's a pretty good trick. And if you want, message me, and I will put the link in the description. But if you don't want, don't worry about it. So there you go. This stream is just talking about whatever you want me to talk about. If you got a subject, drop it in right there. Or I don't know if this is coming out flipped. It may be like right there. It's either right there or right there. So there you go. So yeah, the new book is coming out. So far, I have 20% of the book done. And basically, I've got a tentative title, but I'm not going to tell anybody the tentative title because I don't want the title stolen before I get a chance to upload my book. So basically, what it's about a guy with low confidence. He makes a bet with his friend, and he says, "If I can raise $500, you got to pay the other $600 or the other $100 so that we can go to Toronto and meet my favorite actress." And he agrees, and his best friend says, "Well, if you lose, then I get your entire 300 Blu-ray collection." And that was the bet they made. And he eventually he contacts the secret society of magicians, and one of them hooks him up with this or not hooks him up, but I mean, like, he gives him his number to this other psychologist who trains him how to be confident. And basically, the guy enters a contest. He wins the contest, and I'm not going to tell any more than that. So there you go. It's a really cool story. And it's going to be a novella. It's going to be about 40,000 words. And my deadline for the book is February 28th. Plan to have it out around then. And then I'm planning to have the first draft done by February 28th. So mark my words, boy, and mark them well. So there you go. That's what I'm working on. And then I promised Erie we would do a goal setting stream. I was a little bit late. I'm sorry, Erie. If you're watching this, I told you to remind me. I mean, but I'm here right now. So if you want to do something now, just let me know. If the one person watching right now is a friend of Erie, to tell Erie to jump on in here because it's only 8:45. Should not be past anybody's bedtime. Actually, if you're in California, it should be about 5:45 right now. So there you go. I am in Eastern Standard Time, so I'm 3 hours ahead of y'all. But yeah, just chilling out, talking about my book. Like I said, I got 20% written. I'm using some writing hacks that are helping me accelerate my stuff. So, one good resource is Rev. I haven't used them for this book, but what Rev is it's rev.com. And Rev is a site where you can send them an audio file, and they will transcribe your audio file within 24 hours. And basically, they charge by the minute. They charge $1 per minute, and if they like your book, I mean, not if they like your book. However, let's say you send them a 6-minute file that's $6, and you get that transcribed in 24 hours or less. So that's a good deal. Damn, we only got one person in here. If that one person would please alert some other people, let them know we're here. Please do that, because I've never had such a low count before. Oh, there we go. We got another person in here. So yeah, just talking about my book. My next book's going to be a fiction book. It's about a magician who makes a bet that changes his life, and it changes the lives of those around him. And it's uses stories from my life, but it's not me. But Lucky Chucky, how's you? Hey, what's you good on you for books? What was that TV show about the detective you talked about last time? The Mentalist. The Mentalist. Really good show, Lucky Chucky. And like I said, my book, The Little Memory Book, 7 Little Tricks That Make a Big Difference, is now in paperback. And then I have the title for my next book, but I'm not going to tell anybody it because I don't want anybody to steal it. But I'm 20% done on my next book. I bet fears that I could have the first draft of it done by February 28th. And then, that is going to be my New Year's resolution for this year. And I plan to be one of the 8% of people who actually goes through with their New Year's resolution. So that's the thing, I want to be that 8%, being a high category, So if you got any other questions, Lucky Chucky, let me know. Shout out to Lucky Chucky. How do you write your books on MS Word and edit it in Google Docs? I do write it on Microsoft Word. I don't edit it on Google Docs, but what I can do is I have several beta readers handpicked right now, and most of them are like $10 for 10,000 words. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to send the Word file to them, and then Word has a option called comments, where it'll tell you the beta reader's comments on the side of the page. And then once I'm done with OneNote, I can just click that off and it'll just disappear. And then I just go throughout the book and just click off the comments, And then when I know when all the comments are gone, then I know I've corrected the book. Oh yeah, that comment feature is quite handy. Yeah, it is. It is. I like it. So, and that's the way I do my books. And like I said, I already had one fiction book done already. It was called Just in Time, the 24-hour movie. But the problem is the 24-hour movie started around the 10th or 11th chapter, and the book is only 12 chapters long. Each chapter is about 10 to 12 pages long, so it was about a 110-page book. But the female beta reader I sold it to, or showed it to, didn't like it. It's quite cold up here in Virginia, 30 degrees. How's it in Florida? It's a little bit chilly right now. Not so chilly that I feel like I need to get under the covers, but it's a little bit chilly here. I was supposed to get my magic stuff today. I got a ton of cool magic stuff coming. So Lucky Chucky, I also want to say on my Wix website, if you want me to make a comment for the Wix website, but on my Wix website, I'm now selling tricks. There's this one and like for each sale that I make, I think Wix takes about like 10 or 15%. So the trick that I have up there is $6.95. It's called the invisible card trick. I'm the only one who does that trick because I'm the one who created the trick. You're not going to find it anywhere else. And for $6.95, you can get it there. And oh, that's the site. Yeah, the Wix site is there, and I am going to be creating many more tricks and selling more tricks. There's a lot of tricks that have been done so far, but I am adding on to it and, disassembling it and restructuring it and making it my own. Because I have one card trick. The dude, hey, what's up, the dude? How's it going, man? So I'm selling tricks on my Wix website, and there's a few tricks that I created that are actually 3 different tricks combined together and then added with some new razzle dazzle stuff on it. And I'm going to be putting that up soon. Lucky Chucky, nice. That sounds like a good way to go, Randy. It allows you to share info about yourself and do your passion. Yeah. The dude going pretty good. Just finished work for the day. Yeah. Okay, cool. And yeah, so it's a way for me to earn passive income. And man, Patreon is exhausting. I couldn't keep my Patreon up. I mean, like, to do Patreon, you have to like have at least 2 videos every week, and I was like, that's a lot of work. I mean, I think Fears could do it, but I just don't have the discipline right now to do 2 videos every week. Although I am working on improving my magic videos and my magic presentation. I'm learning color correction. I'm learning, editing tricks, and I'm brainstorming ways to put more content into the same amount of minutes of video. Fears had computer issues past day and fixed it. Oh, okay. But yeah, there's a lot of things that I'm working on. I'm trying to make it more fun and more interactive, and I'm using a lot of stuff off of Fiverr, and I'm thinking about getting a new icon. Oh yeah, you know what? There is something important that I need to tell you all. Right now, you might have noticed that Cameo Man is no longer Cameo Man. It's Cameo Man 2021. Remember that, because there is another Cameo Man on YouTube, so I thought I would put Cameo Man 2021 to differentiate myself and make it more easy to find myself. Vice President Kamala Harris. Hey there, Lord Randall. Hey, what's up? What's up, Kamala Harris? So yeah, so my YouTube channel is now Cameo Man 2021. And hey, what's up, Richie? My new name for vlogging with Mr. Brown is the Mayor Magic. So there you go. So just in case you're like, who's this Mayor Magic guy? That's me. And then you're like, who's this Cameo Man 21? That is me also. The new B&H. What up? What up, BH? Hey, Randy. So Richie, right? Can we get a card trick? Randy, whatever your stream you're in, it's full max and relax mode. Yeah. Classic. Can we get a card trick? You know what? I hate to immortal. I will teach you one. So hold on. Just stay right there. And I will teach you a card trick. Yeah, I am in max and relax mode. So it's very simple. And so what I'm going to do, I'll teach you a trick right now. So I am going to do something special for the dude. So let me see something. And the dude, I will show you my table card trick. You like this one? So yes, I am stacking the deck, just to let you know. Okay, I'm setting up to teach you guys a card trick. So this is a very simple trick, very simple, very easy to do. I'll show you how to do this one. This is one of the easiest, most simplest card tricks of all time. So what I'm going to do is, now here's what I usually do. When I usually go to a restaurant, I ask the server what table, or I ask the hostess what table they're going to sit me at. And we'll just say they sit me at, let's say they sit me at table 44. All right. Now the hostess goes away, and then the waiter comes over. I'm like, can you do me, the waiter or the waitress comes over, and I'm like, can you do me a favor? Can you just take this? And what I want you to do is cut it like that and put it right there like that. So could you do that for me? And they're like, yeah, sure. So I just cut it like this, right? And then put that like that. I'm like, yeah. And then I go, but I'm just curious, what table is this? And they go, oh, this is table 44. I'm like, that's weird, because the card you just cut to was table 44. And actually, this trick is for the dude. 4, 4, 4, 6, 4. So there you go. Now, this trick is actually very easy to set up. It's one of the easiest tricks of all time. What you do is, whatever number you want them to pick, you put it at the bottom of the deck. So I want them to pick 4. Here, hold on. I want them to pick 4, 4, 6, 4. So now what you do is, since you already know what's at the bottom of the deck, you ask them to cut it, and they put the top right there, and they put this on top of that. This is called a crosscut force. And you already know that the 4 is at the bottom of there, so they just picked the cards that you want them to pick. And that's called I believe that's called a crosscut force. And it's one of the easiest forces of all time. And that's a little bit of value for you. So whenever you go to a restaurant, just ask the host or hostess, what table are you going to seat me at? And then you set up the cards, and then you do that for the waiter or waitress, and then mind blown. So here we go. Oh, we got a lot of stuff. The dude, classic, high Randall, high tender immortal, not much buddy. D-Man, what up, D-Man? Hell yes. You got the cast off, cool. Yeah, I should be wearing the wrist brace right now. It's hurting a little bit, but Randy is on the wash for crashing the stock market. The Joe Biden is onto his schemes. Yeah. Vice President Kamala Harris, you mean the man that can't remember anything? Yeah, good luck. Sounds like an insurrectionist off with his head. Whoa, wowie, zowie. Randy the Amazing. Not the Amazing Randy. Yes, not the Amazing Randy. That guy's dead, and I hope he rests in peace. He was one of the greatest magicians of all time. He had some stuff that was just Like he had tricks that was just like crazy, and he could do stuff at like the drop of the hat. How do you know what number they're gonna pick? D-Man, hey dude, he's dead. Yeah, the Amazing Randy. He died. I think somewhere in December. When did he die? I'll look for that right now. The dude. You could probably just Google it, but I will Google it for you. And he spells his name with an I. I can tell you exactly when he died. He died. Oh no, it was in October. He died October 20th, 2020. Yeah, it sucks. Yeah, it was. It was. Hey, what's up, Dank Mean Time Machine? We're talking about the Amazing Randy. He died in 2020 October 20th. Yo, the dude. Congrats on smoking girlfriend. All right. So yeah, hey, what's up, Dank Meme? Just giving everybody an update on my next book. I'm 20% done with it. I hope to have the first draft done by the 28th. Smoking is a disgusting habit. Yeah, new BH. You're killing me, man. You're killing me. So yeah, so that card trick was an easy card trick. And the way that you know what cards are on the bottom is because you put the cards on the bottom. Like if you wanted somebody to pick 87, you would put the 8 on the bottom and the 7 on the bottom. And then you would do the crosscut force. So you would put that right there, and then you would put this right there. But you already know what's on the bottom because you just put it there. So if they put it like that, you just do a little time dilation, and time dilation means just BSing them, and so they forget what they did. And then you just go, hey, what table is this? 87? Wow, that's crazy. And that's called the crosscut force. It's one of the easiest, most simplest forces of all time. No, I am Randy the Amazing, not the Amazing Randy. Dank meme. The juice. I'm confused. Thought the Amazing. Soon Pixel showed you his Pennywise cosplay. No, I didn't see that. How would you do the card trick if, say, they are at table 40? That I'll. You know what? It wouldn't work for any. It wouldn't work for any table over 50. But if I was going to do table 40, I would just put 4 10s on the bottom, and I would just flip through the 4 10s, and then I would ask them, how many 4s here? And they're like 4. So I'd be like, what's 4 times 4? And they go 40. And I'd be like, now what table am I at? And they'd be like, oh my God, you're at table 40. That's amazing. Same thing for table 30, table 20, or table 10. You could stack the deck with some more 10s if you wanted to, but I try not to overstack the deck. Hey, Randy, saw Quentin's review of your book and wanted to say, well done. I know how difficult it is to complete a long piece of work, and kudos to you for doing it. Thank you, Mahmood. I appreciate it. Didn't know you were an author. I am. I've written 3 books so far. I've written the Little Memory Book, 7 Little Tricks That Make a Big Difference. I wrote Quantify and Achieve Your Goals, and I wrote the book on comedy. Yeah, the review was really good. I hope Quentin reviews another one. Well, maybe he will when I get the next one out. And somebody said they wouldn't buy the book because it didn't have a glossy cover. So now all my books from now on are going to have glossy covers. Did Fierce fix his computer, Randy the Amazing? I wasn't aware he was having any problems. Moody saw the new vid. Very interesting stuff. Thanks to dude. I've been really trying to, with my YouTube channel, a new video in a couple of days. I say hit the lover every time. That's just basic maths. Dude 44464. Also, I'm thinking about starting a monthly show this month. going over all movies, TV shows, books, etc. that I watched, read the previous month. Mahmoud Hikmet, that's really cool. It'd be good, that sort of view from insider industry film like you. Dang Meme Time Machine. What's the name? The romance, Randy. I would love to review of that. I'm not putting out the romance book. That one's kind of dead to me. Because again, like I sent it to a male author and he said it was okay, just okay. And then I sent it to a female beta reader and she said that like this guy just goes from woman to woman and doesn't really commit to anybody. But the premise of the book was, I mean, besides making a movie in 24 hours, the sub premise of the book was that you got to kiss a lot of frogs before you get a princess, or that saying, you got to kiss a lot of frogs before you get a prince. But yeah, he goes through a lot of women and there's a lot of failed relationships in there. And the female beta readers just said, like, that's very unromantic. Doesn't seem like he commits to anybody. I was like, he commits to that one girl in the last 4 chapters of the book. And the book was about 12 chapters long and each chapter was about 11 or 12 pages. But yeah, I was so disheartened by that review. I decided I'm not going to release that. I don't think I'm going to let that one go. But my new book is a fiction and it's 20% done. Send that to Quentin. He might have a nuanced view on that. Yeah. Would love to hear the story behind the tooth. Okay, the boys, here's the story behind the tooth and why it's like it is right now. I broke this front tooth 6 times. Here's the story. There's 6 stories each time. Each time I had this tooth capped, it cost me $300. I had it capped 5 times, and then on the 6th time, I was like, you know what? It's costing me $300 to cap this every single time. So the first time I broke this was around 1994, and I was riding my bike and I was doing stupid stuff, and I accidentally stuck my foot in the front spoke of my front tire, flipped over, landed smack on my face, and I rolled over and I could not breathe. Like for 2 minutes, I was like, I'm probably going to die of suffocation. Second time I broke it, I was doing a flourish with the pool cue, and the pool cue came up, smacked me in the face. That broke it out the second time. Third time, I was doing some dumb tricks in the pool, smacked my face on the side of the pool, and my mom said she saw my face, and she had never seen me have such a look of pain on my face. Fourth time it broke, I was eating a piece of stale bread. It was that kind of stale bread that they have at Black Angus. Like you get it, and then if you leave it in the fridge for a long time, it becomes super hard. So that was the 4th time I broke it. 5th time I broke it, I was fucking flossing. I was trying to do something good for my teeth, and it came out. Okay. And then the 6th and final time, I bit into a chicken wing. I didn't know I was chewing on bone. I bit into the bone, and then it came out. Funny thing, I was in college with at film school the 6th time, and I got back to the apartment that we were shooting at, and my friend Murray Tuya, he said, Randy, what happened to your tooth? And I said, oh, Murray, you will never believe it, man. Oh, this guy, he touched Kaylee's breasts, and then like I got in there and I like, shoved the guy, and he punched me in my tooth, and I broke it. It's like, oh man, we got to go back to that place. I'm going to find this guy and beat the living crap out of him. And I was like, actually, Murray, I'm just kidding. I bit into a chicken wing and it came out. But yeah, this front tooth has cost me $300 every single time I had to recap it. And like, $300 times 5, that's like $1,500. So I'm like, you know what? I really don't care. If people want to judge me, let them judge me. but I'm not paying another $300 to have this tooth just fall out again in another 2 or 3 years. So that is the story behind the tooth, the boys. That is the story behind the tooth. Also, Randy, I'm not sure how he broke up with the ladies in the first 8 chapters, but make the main character committed for most of them and give them a really good reason for breaking up. The new BH, wow, dank meme, maybe a reason for them breaking up was weak and the lady didn't like that. Yeah, probably. Randy, man, you should get a new dentist if the tooth is breaking that easy. I mean, I had a pretty good dentist. He had pretty pain-free stuff. That's why I don't floss. Oof. One up SP. What up, one up SP? We're talking about my new book. Somebody wanted the story behind the tooth. So I give that. So my next book is about a guy who makes a bet that changes his life forever. You probably wanted some goal setting stuff, one up. So if you have any goals, let me know in the chat, and I will help you plan out your goal and stuff like that. You were the man, Randy. Keep up the good works. Thanks, Zebo Wang. Thank you. I appreciate it. So I'm just going to do a bunch of shout outs here. Lucky Chucky, can you talk about how to become a great writer with well-flowing syntax and grammar? It was Erie. It is a goal-setting stream. I will talk, Erie. I started this stream for you because this is a goal-setting stream. So are you and Fears still feuding? We were never feuding. I don't know what was... But yeah, Erie, so we are here for you. Whatever your goals are, let me know. Or if you want to help us, if you want us to help you, work on your goals, just let me know. I want to be a billionaire. Okay, one up. So I've decided that my goal is that I want to write a book. Okay. So first, I'm going to go with you, Erie, first, since this is your stream. So Peter McWilliams, maybe Randy wanted to get... okay, so Erie, you decide you want to write a book. First, you need to decide what genre do you want it to be. Do you want it to be romance? Do you want it to be science fiction? Do you want to write an action? Like, what kind of book do you want to write? And then one up SP, let me know the deadline of when you want to be a billionaire. Erie, romance. All right. So now, a typical romance has a very certain structure, and the structure is boy meets girl, boy loses girl, boy gets girl back. Now, you can just, if you want to write like something different, you can like switch up the genders. Or, if you want to do nonlinear stuff, you can like change the order. Maybe the book starts out with the boy gets the girl, and at the end they break up and they learn that they're better off separated. But that is the basic story. And for every romance, they have what's known as a meet cute, and a meet cute is just a cool and interesting way that they meet. So, Erie, by around what time do you want to have this book finished? Tender Immortal, have you ever been to a magic shop? Yes, I have Tender Immortal. There's a magic shop on Beach Street that I frequent a lot. And they have a lot of really cool stuff there. And I actually got a book signed by the owner. Lucky Chucky, I am reading the Lewis trilogy by Peter May. Very good series. Highly recommended. Oh, cool. Yeah. So Erie by 2022. Okay. Now that is a very good goal. All right. So Erie, what I want you to do is now I'm going to look this up. I looked it up, and a novella, which is a tiny novel. A novella is about 40,000 words. A typical novel is 50,000 to 100,000 words. About how many words do you think you want your book to be? Randy, I have a question. Where can I get the books you have written? Big fan. I will put a link in the description. Zeboang. I will put it in the description when this thing is done. I'll give you a link to my website, my magic website, and if you go under Works, WORKS, if you go under the button Works, you'll find a link to all three of my books. Only one of my books is available on paperback. That's the Little Memory book. The other two are on Amazon Kindle. You'll have to have a Kindle or an e-reader like a Nook to read it. 140,000. Okay. So now, if 140,000, let me get my calculator out here. So what you want to do is I would start sometime in February. So you want to write 140,000 words divided by 11 equals okay. So now if you wanted to write a book, if you wanted to get the first draft done, you would probably have to do about 12,000 words a day. Now that's pretty steep. That's pretty steep. I would. Did you say 140,000 or 100 or 100? Did you mean 140,000 or 14,000? Because those are way different. I would suggest that if you're going to write a book, I would say, start off small. Because here's the thing, a lot of authors aren't even successful until they're like fourth or fifth book. Okay. That's one thing you need to realize. Like there's not a lot of authors who write one book and then boom, are catapulted into superstardom. Like Dan Brown wrote 3 other books before he wrote The Da Vinci Code. He wrote Deception Point, Digital Fortress, and Angels and Demons. And then, no, don't give up. Don't give up. Shoot for something easy and manageable. Because I told you I'm gonna take you through the SMART goals here. Here's how I would do your goal. Like number 1, you want to be specific. You need to have a deadline. So you said by 2022, that gives you 11 months. All right. So if you have 11 months and you want to write 140,000 words, that means you need to write about 12,000 words a day. Now, me, I can only write around 1,000 or 2,000 words a day. Like, did you have schooling for writing, or did it just come naturally? I'm a high school graduate and I'm a college graduate. And in college, I did have a fiction class. And, one thing that you might want to try, Erie, is you might want to try joining a writer's group. Dragon Zeron fears told me. Dragon, just let me tell you, no more comments like that, or I'm not even gonna read what you wrote. Just saying. Please don't put comments like that. I don't like any rebel rousing. I don't like comments like that. And if you're not going to comply with the rules, I'm just not going to read your. I'm just not going to read your comments. All right. Well, I mean, I know if the person you were talking about read it would not feel good. So let's just keep it positive. Try to feel good. Edward Mass, I got a goal. I don't know how to achieve it. Okay, Edward, go ahead and give me the goal. But while you're doing that, Edward, I'm going to go over Erie's goal. So if your goal was to write a 40,000 word book, that would be 2,000 words a day for a month. And then if you got 2,000 words a day for a month, that would be 40,000 words. So you could cap off that goal in a month. But let's say you want like half that work. You could do 1,000 words a day for 2 months. And then that would give you time to write your book, send it to a beta reader on Fiverr, and then you could get the beta read back and you could, do your stuff. Okay, Edward. Now, I am not an expert on relationships, but there are several people who are experts on relationships. So, what I would do if I were you is there's this place called udemy.com. And on Udemy, they have several relationship repair classes. And what I would suggest to you is I would suggest, maybe, and if you get them during like one of their special weeks, sometimes like a 4-hour class is only like $9 or $12. So that would be a good way. Why take her back? Shouldn't go back to a past relationship. She was the greatest thing that ever happened to me. I miss her. Oh man. I'm sorry, Edward. Yeah. But, one of the things that you might want to think about, is maybe not so much focusing on her, but focusing on yourself, for a bit, I know, like, if I had a woman or if I was looking for somebody right now, I would probably want to try to lose a lot of weight. And that would be a goal for me. And then I would probably want to lose like 20 pounds, like maybe 10 every month. And that'd be a good achievable goal for me. And, whatever your goal is, like say you want to lose 20 pounds in 4 months. Well, if you want to lose 20 pounds in 4 months, 20 divided by 4 is 5. So that would mean that you want to lose at least 5 pounds every month. Lucky Chucky, read Tony Robbins. I know you watch his webinars. Some say he's a pop psychologist and just says what his fans like to hear. What's your view on that? No, Lucky Chucky. I do read Tony Robbins. I love his stuff. I just attended one of his seminars. He does not tell people just what they want to hear. He has some very good advice. And let me tell you, I've used some of his techniques like chunking and, how to ask good questions. And I use his stuff all the time. And if it wasn't for Tony Robbins, I would not be able to do half the stuff that I've achieved. I owe a lot of my success to Tony Robbins. I would not have been able to write any of my books without Tony Robbins. I would not have been able to achieve, I have nearly 500 videos on YouTube. If it weren't for him, I would have less than that, dramatically less. And, I use a lot of his techniques. And like I said, chunking is one of the major ones that help me. And what chunking is taking a big problem, breaking it down into tiny pieces, and then attacking each tiny piece. Are you a Jordan Twitter mob? Are you a Jordan Peterson fan? Yeah, he's okay. He's got a few good stuff. I love his Destroys videos, the Jordan Peterson Destroys stuff. He seems like very calm, and even when he gets angry, he's still very calm. Team Suck. Hey, Randy, what's up? How's it going tonight? Pretty good. We're doing a goal setting stream. We're helping Erie with their goals. And so Erie, so whatever your goal is, you have 11 months until 2022. So break down 140,000, divide that by 11, and that's how many pages you got to write every day. Now, again, I would start small because, again, and I said this already and I'll say it again, a lot of authors, even the really, really successful ones like David Baldacci, Dan Brown, Lee Child, Stephen King. Stephen King was a breakout success. But a lot of the people who are successes in the publishing industry aren't really a success until like their 4th or 5th book. Like it takes a little while to get momentum. It takes a little while to build a following and get a lot of readers, I enjoyed writing as well. That's cool. I'm also listening to a podcast on writing, and it is great. That's cool. Yaka Petrovich Goldyakin says, hey, Randy, chat. Olga S. says, hi, Peppy Boy. Erie, I'm never going to make it. That is the wrong attitude, Erie. You need to say to yourself, yes, I am going to make it. I will succeed. You just got to start small. I think your problem is you're trying to tackle too big of a goal. You will make it, Erie. You just need to start small. Start small, and like I said, a 40,000 page book is a good. A 40,000 page book is a good like 110, 120 page book. It's a lot. And, if you double space it, which Quentin didn't like that my book was double spaced, but if you double space it, that's around a 200 something page book. So I agree with what you said on setting goals a while back. What are your goals for 2021, Randy? My goals for 2021 is to get 3 paperback books finished and out. Erie, who's Quentin? Don't worry about Quentin. He's a reviewer. He reviewed my book. Don't worry, bros. We're all gonna make it. Yeah, George Ansa. Yeah, he's got the answer. So, yeah, you just got to start small, Erie. You got to start small, and people like Stephen King who bust out on their very first try are very, very, very rare and few and far between. There's not very many Stephen Kings. In fact, I would say Stephen King is about as rare as a Shakespeare or about as rare as an Edgar Allan Poe, or a Mark Twain or an Ernest Hemingway. Those 5 people were very, very rare. They had breakout hits. They're probably known by just about everybody. Would you be in the market for a chinchilla as a pet or a fur coat? I would rather have one as a pet. What schools of philosophy do you like, Randy? I'm not versed in philosophy. Thoughts on Steven Seagal? Graham Sanders, thoughts on Steven Seagal? He was really the man for quite some time. He had a good string of stuff in the 80s and a good string of stuff in the 90s, but after 2000 he kind of lost his edge. I don't know what happened. Team suck, LOL. What is your target audience? My target audience is men 18 to 40. Yo, Randy, my friend Matthew Sides has a goal setting of getting a girlfriend by the end of the year. Any advice? Always try to do things in chronological order. It's less confusing that way. Really got into it the past year. Personally, I love his lyric with keto. Yeah. So what I would suggest if you wanted to get a girlfriend, I'm not trying to get a girlfriend right now. I'm trying to get myself into a place where I can be ready for a girlfriend, getting my own place, getting my own car. But what I really want to do and what my goal for the beginning for this year is to make double what I made last year. And as far as magic goes, I made $167 in tips. As far as screenplays go, I made $302. So my goal for this year would be to double that and make around $300 in tips and make around $650 doing scripts. So I really want to work and focus on making passive income where I get money from books and money from my magic trick videos while I sleep, so that when I do decide hey, I'm ready for a relationship, then I will be ready and I will be in a good place. Now, and I heard one girl say this. She says, and she was saying this to another girl while I was at the table. She said, "I want a guy with a job, a car, and a place of his own." So I would try to make that your goal, because women, they want 3 different things. There's things they think they want, things they say they want and things they really want. Like a lot of girls say, "Oh, I want a nice guy. I want a guy who takes care of me." But then what do they actually go for? They go to the bad boy who treats them like crap and, stays out all night and parties and ignores her and belittles her. There's things they say they want. They say they want a nice guy. They say they want a gentleman, but their actions are not in line with what they actually go for. Really got in the path. Still moving out. No, I'm not still moving out. I am still staying here. Again, I'm trying to work on making passive income. When I broke my arm, a lot of the chores that I used to do, my mom started doing. And she wanted to get me out before I broke my arm. But when I broke my arm, she started to have to do all the chores and stuff. And she's like, "Randy, I can't do a lot of this stuff without you." I was like, "Oh, really?" And she's like, "Yeah." I'm rethinking it. I'm thinking that I don't want you to leave because I'm 72 and I need somebody to take care of me, and I probably can't take care of myself. I was like, "Oh, okay." So yeah, I'm staying here. But again, one of my main focuses is working on passive income. So when I do want to move out and get my own place, I'll have a nice steady stream of income that I can use and that I can get. What is your primary source of income? My primary source of income is Social Security, but I am doing my darndest to get off that. And I do as well. Some of his recent films are true masterpieces. His work with the gun is immaculate. Try to get some tips for magic trips. What place do you think are the best places to perform? I got kicked out of a CVS once and getting a small crowd. Did you take the red pill? No, I did not take the red pill. Okay, Randy, I will tell Matthew that. Have you ever thought of being Fear's roommate? Nah, I'm good. No, I don't want to be Fear's roommate. I want my own place by myself, because if I'm going to be by myself, I want to be able to do whatever I want, whenever I want. And I think Fears would tell me to clean up the place. My room is a mess right now. I could get it clean in 20 minutes. But for George and Ansa, try to do some magic tricks. What places do you think are the best places to perform? Bars, particularly karaoke bars. George, what I basically do when I am at a karaoke bar is, this is a really good opener, and I use it all the time, and I've always got good reactions for it. And if you're in a karaoke place, you just go up to a group of other people and you go, "Excuse me, are you singing tonight?" And they'll be like, "No, no." And I'll be like, "Oh, really? And are you sure?" And they're like, "Yeah." And then, like, if they say, "Yeah," I'm like, "What are you singing?" And they're like, "Oh, I'm going to sing, Black Eyed Peas, Shut Up, or Pump It or something." I go, "Oh, cool. So, are y'all having fun tonight?" And they're like, "Yeah, yeah." And I'm like, "Do you want to see some magic tricks?" And they're like, "Yeah, yeah." And then I just go, "Okay, well, would you mind if I did one?" And they're like, "Yeah, sure, go ahead." And then I just do a magic trick right there. Best place to do magic tricks are karaoke bars. And that is where I spend most of my time when I'm not inside. As far as magic shops, there's a magic shop on Beat Street in Daytona that's really good. But George, if you're looking for good magic material, what I would suggest to you is I would go to penguinmagic.com. And on Penguin Magic, they have tutorials. You have to pay for them. But for like $39, there are some magicians that will give their entire act away. And they teach you like all the tricks that they do in a normal magic show. And they tell you, the props you need, and where to go and what to do, and the jokes that you need to tell during each trick. Olga S., would you ever consider having magic assistants such as a magic performing duo? Yes, as a matter of fact, I have. And I have as recently as the last month or so, because I'm training a guy. He wants me to call him Dice. He doesn't want his real name to be known. But yeah, Dice is actually the one who filmed the Hooters vlog that everybody raves about. Dice helped me film that, and he's a really good friend of mine. He lives really super close, and I've written some material with him, and we're going over it, and we're practicing it, and we should be testing it out in a few while. Dice still hasn't gotten back to me about the comedy act that I was supposed to do. He said he talked to the event owner, and he says I haven't heard back from him. So I guess I got to play the waiting game. But yeah, if I do magic, it'll probably be Dice who will be backing me up. We're going to be kind of like a Laurel and Hardy or a Penn and Teller type act. He's going to talk, but I'm going to do most of the work. If you get an assistant, she's got to be hot. And you know what? Also, there is an assistant, and I do have a woman that I met in the last 2 weeks who is really interested in me. I met her at this one steak place, and funny story about that. I go in there, I get a waiter, his name is Jesse, and I start doing tricks for him. He brings the manager over, I start doing tricks for her, blew her away. And then I saw this like 26, 27-year-old girl go by. She had like blue and white tube socks. She had a yellow apron. She had a SpongeBob SquarePants mask on. And I stopped her and I said, you know what? I hope you don't mind if I say this, but you look like a girl who likes to party. You look like someone who likes to have a really good time. And she goes, yeah. And she goes, you're the magic guy, right? I'm like, wait, what? She goes, yeah, you're the guy who does the magic tricks. And I'm like, Jesse and the manager didn't tell you that. How did you know? And she goes, oh, yeah, you came in here about 5 or 6 months ago and did some magic for me, remember? I'm like, yeah, I do remember. I was like, I'm surprised you remember because that was a really long time ago. I haven't been in here like 6 months. So around the end of the night, she comes back over and she goes, Randy, you know what? Here's a card. I also work at such and such place. If you come in there Tuesday, you can come in and you'll get a free pizza and you can do some magic tricks for me. I was like, hell yeah. So I go to the place on Tuesday. I did some magic tricks for her. And, I'll teach you a really good line. And I learned this from Rintu Basu. And it's a pickup line, but it's a very subtle pickup line, and you won't be able to catch it. So, I am going to karaoke tomorrow. This is a fact. It's not a lie. I go, hey, some friends of mine are going to karaoke. You can come along if you want to. And she goes, oh, what time? And I'm like, it's on Friday at like 9 to 12 p.m. or 9 to 12 a.m. And she's like, oh, I work that day. But you know what? Here, and then I go, you can catch me on a different day and I'll show up. I go, oh, well, cool. Is there a number I can reach you at? And she goes, oh, hold on. She takes out a pen, paper, writes out her number. And then I got her number with basically almost not even asking for it. And she goes, you know what? After you're done on Friday, come down to the steakhouse and see me. And I was like, okay, yeah, that'll be cool. So tomorrow, tomorrow I'm going to call her and set up a meet, and then we'll see what happens. So that is the trick. It's a little NLP trick. So you just go, hey, my friends are going to X. Would you want to come along? Or no, my friends are going to X. You can come along if you want to. And if she wants to come along, she'll say, oh, well, that's cool. Yeah, I'll go. And then she says, oh, hold on a second. Hello? No, I'm streaming right now. Okay. Love you too. Bye. So what you basically do is you say, hey, my friends are going to this party. Do you want to come? You can come along if you want to. And if she doesn't want to come along, she's like, oh, cool. Yeah, not really. But if she does go, you just say, is there a number I can reach you at? And that's a very subtle way of asking for the number, because the number one thing that you want to do is you don't want to frame, can I get your number, as a yes or no. Notice how I phrase it. Said, is there a number I can reach you at? Like, obviously you can't say no to that. She's like, I mean, she could have said no, but it's a very subtle way of asking for the number. Let's go. That's hype. Is it difficult doing routines when everyone is paranoid by COVID? Olga, no, it's not difficult. A lot of the time, also, Olga, I do my stuff at restaurants, and typically when you're at a restaurant, you wear the mask, and then you go to the table, then you take the mask off. I can tell you from experience, no, it is not. A lot of the bars that I go to and a lot of the restaurants that I go to aren't worried about COVID at all. What is your favorite SpongeBob episode? I don't actually like SpongeBob, but I liked her mask. I thought it was cool. Hell yeah, man. Dang, you were probably with the ladies. Yeah, I'll be expecting that wedding invite. Yeah. Yeah. This girl is really cool, and she said her father was actually a magician, so I will keep you updated. I'm really going to try not to screw this one up, because she's really cute and she's really cool. She likes magic, and she said she actually knows a few tricks. So, I am going to tell everybody, tune in around let me see what day today is. Okay, today's the 28th. Y'all want to tune in to me here around January 30th, around 2 or 3 a.m. because I'm going to go to the karaoke place. It goes from 8:30 to 12, and then I'm going to be going to the steakhouse to see what she's doing. So tune in January 30th around 2 to 3 a.m. I know it's going to be really late, but the people who are in California, you guys are 3 hours earlier than I am. So 2 or 3 for you will be about like 11 or 12 for you. So sounds like a date. I know, right? It does sound cool. On a caller tomorrow, see what's up, and we'll see what's going on. And then even if nothing happens, I will give you an update on karaoke and what went on with that. You should schedule the stream on YouTube. Yeah. That I'm not going to schedule the stream because I don't want it to start streaming without my permission. But I'm telling you about the stream right now, and I'm telling you I will do it. Does Randy the Amazing kiss on the first date? That depends on who it is, But the dude, I will tell you a story about the first time I got a kiss. I'll tell you about a time I got a kiss from this one girl. The dude, basically, it was close to the first times I was doing magic, and I told this story before, but you haven't heard it. So I watched a show called The Mentalist, and it's about a phony psychic whose wife and child is murdered, and then he goes on to use his phony psychic skills, like Sherlock type stuff, to catch killers. And the thing I always liked about Patrick Jane is he was always so calm and cool and confident and in control of the situation. So a little later on, my mom got me the book called How to Be a Mentalist by Simon Winthrop. And that book was so cool because it gave away all the secrets to all the magic tricks in the show. So one night I go out and I start doing magic tricks for people around the bar. And it was pretty cool. And, I met a lot of cool people. And then I saw these 2 girls at the end of the bar, and they were dressed all in white. They had really tight fitting clothes. One of them had a nice perm, and then they were both blondes. They were both tan, and they look amazing. And I was like, hell yeah. So I decided, Randy, if you want to be the mentalist, you got to do what the mentalist does. You got to go over there. You got to be calm, cool, and collected. And you just got to, if you want to be the mentalist, you got to do what the mentalist does. So I said, what the heck, if they say no, they say no. So I went up to them and I believe I said, you know what, you two look like the funnest people in here. Would you mind if I do a magic trick? And they told me their names were Sabra and Alexis. So I started doing my 20 down trick. And my 20 down trick is it's where I ask a person to pick a number between 10 and 20. Then I ask them to put whatever the number is. If it's like 16, add 1 to 6. And then I start taking the cards away. I show them the card that they picked. And then I don't look at it. But I started doing 2 magic tricks for him. And by the time I did the second magic trick to him, Alexis goes, "Hey, Randy, you know what? You've blown us away. If you do another trick and you guess our card correctly, I will give you a kiss." And I thought, she meant like a kiss on the cheek or a kiss on the forehead. So I finally did the talking cards trick. And the talking cards trick is where I have two decks out like this. I had Alexis take a card out of there. She looked at it, put it back in there. And then I had Saber take a card out of there. She looked at it and put it back into there. And then I got the deck together like this, looked up the cards, and I, looked for her cards. And then I told them their cards, and Alexis grabbed me by the shirt, pulled me in, gave me a kiss on the lips. And that was the time that I decided, you know what? I really like this magic thing. I'm going to keep doing it. This is for me. And that was the first time I ever got a kiss from doing magic. So that was pretty cool. And like from then on, I was solidified, like, I have to keep doing this. This is too good to stop. Just Randy the Amazing. You buy AMC or GameStop. Graham Sanders, I don't know what you mean by that. AMC or GameStop? Hell yeah, Randy. That is great, Mentalist. Were you in a fraternity? No, I don't. I'm not in any fraternity or magic guild or anything like that. Olga, Stocks Bro, my fraternity looks like they are going to get kicked off campus. Not enough members. I'm in Florida, and I'm not planning on joining any college soon, so I'm probably not going to be part of any fraternity anytime soon. Randy, I live right near the Magic Castle. You'd love that place. Well, that's cool. Yeah. There's this one magic shop on Beach Street that's really cool. If you all want some good places to go for magic, I would go to the Daytona Beach Magic Shop on Beach Street in Daytona. That's a really cool place to go. The second place that I would suggest y'all go is penguinmagic.com. And on Penguin Magic, they have a ton of cool things. They have tutorials. And like I said, they've got everything. They've got magic props. They got magic tutorials. They got magic DVDs. They got mentalism DVDs. And some of the magicians on there will sell you their tricks, their entire act, for like $39 to $49. Some of them are a lot more expensive. Some of them are less expensive. And if you go there right now, you can get 10 free tricks just for signing up to their website for their newsletter. And then it's an awesome magic club in LA. That's cool. I would like to go there. If I can get down to LA, I'll you're Randy, how's living with your mom like? Do you like it, or is it not as good? Twitter mob, I like living with my mom. I take care of her a lot. And like I said, ever since I broke my arm and my mom started to do all my chores, she was like, Randy, I'm kind of rethinking this thing. Like, I kind of do need you. You actually do a lot of stuff around here that I kind of like. She didn't say this, but she said, kind of like take it for granted. But, I'm taking care of my 72-year-old mother. For the most part, I like it. It's awesome. I love my mom. I know there's lots of people who don't get along with their parents, but I love my mom and I really want to take care of her. And I actually did make her a promise. I said, Mom, as long as you were able to take care of everything. And as long as I'm alive, I will be here to take care of you. And, I'll even find a way to come over if I get my own place and do stuff for you around the house. So that was a promise that I made. And my mom is 95% of the time, she is absolutely lovely. And she's really cool. She supports me. She gives me a lot of free meals, cooks for me. But uh, are you Republican or Democrat? I identify as neutral. I am for the world, not just America. I am for everybody. Uh, I believe everybody has equal rights, and I love everybody equally. You know, uh, you're a really loving son, honestly. How old are you, by the way? I'm 41. I'm 41. Who did you vote for last election? That's private. I'm pro magician's rights. Yeah. All right, Graham. So, I'm 41. And here's the thing, from age 22 to age 30, I lived alone. I lived in a place called Pine Towers in Arizona. And it was a place for people who are like old and disabled. And I am a little bit schizophrenic. I know I don't seem like it, even though I'm doing like a shuffle with one hand. I may seem like I know a lot, but I know very little. But anyways, so and then from ages 32 to 36, I also lived alone at two different places. But like my mom cooks for me, which is a good deal. We go out to dinner and we go out to restaurants a lot. And a lot of the times my mom she's very forgiving. She lets me go to other tables and do magic for people, mostly because I make tips when I do go out and do magic for people. And then she gets to drink. And ever since I have been able to drive, it's been really good because my mom could go to a bar and she could get drunk without having to worry about driving home. So, I've tried to take care of her. She's a great mom. I love her. And, I want to take care of her as long as she's alive. Little Graham Sanders and Pro Magic. Are you single? Yeah, I'm single right now. I've got a few prospects that I'm looking at. Like I said, there's this one girl from the steakhouse that I went to that I'm really infatuated with. So and I have been trying to lose weight. I lost 2 pounds. I'm not going to tell you my weight right now, but I lost 2 pounds in the last 2 days. I'm taking these supplements. One of them is called Burn. The other one is called Turmeric Black. And the last one is called Burn PM. And I find that when I take Burn PM, I have really vivid dreams. Like I've been able to recall my dreams, and they've been really vivid. Nothing beats home cooked meals. You got that right, Graham Sanders. And my mom is a good cook too. Is your mom single? Yeah, she's not really looking for anybody. Toilet says hello. Hello, toilet. Yeah. So yeah. But yeah, Brinkley's basically what I'm trying to do right now is I'm trying to set up passive income through my magic and through my screenwriting stuff. My screenwriting career has really taken off as of late. I've done 2 scripts for these people called Breakin' Arts, and they're making a cartoon, and they have paid me around $64 to write 2 scripts for them, and they only want 12-page scripts. So I'm like, hell yeah, that's less work for me. And then I get like $64 for those scripts, and that's like awesome. So Randy, you got to be careful with those dietary supplements. Some of them can be really dangerous. Sleeping kills can do you dirty. What are your books about, and what are your scripts about? Olga, the scripts, the 2 that I sold to Breakin' Arts are called The High Life. It's about a band of Rastafarian musicians, and they're led by a guy called Stoner Stevie. And Stoner Stevie, he's a really funny guy. He, heads the band, and his band gets in all sort of kinds of misadventures. Randy was born dangerous. He ain't worried about supplements. I take a lot of supplements. You would be surprised. I take around like 30 or 40 different supplements, but as of late, I've been only taking 4. So I'm trying to be as careful as I can. I'm testing it. Well, that's stupid. I shouldn't say that. I have reviewed these supplements and I'm trying them out. And so far, nothing bad has happened. True drugs can be scary. My friend Dave Lewis is addicted to pills. Really sad. I'm sorry to hear that, Twitter mob. Sorry. What is your favorite light beer? Are you a Bushman? No, I don't drink beer at all. I don't drink any alcohol. Like, I want my mind to be as lucid as possible at all times, you know? Because like my biggest fear is like I would, get drunk and then I would have sex with a woman and then in the morning I wouldn't be able to remember, and that would just piss me off to no end. Just FYI, the best supplement is a good diet and exercise. Yeah, I've been exercising. I've been walking around the block, which is about a mile. Are you on tea? You seem very aggressive. No, I'm not on tea. Only true drink is Tall Boy Steel Reserve 211. Olga helps with the lucid mind. Olga, acid does. Graham Sanders, hey, I've been going through a sober week with my boys. We didn't make it past Wednesday, though, unfortunately. Well, and like I said, I'm not against people who drink. I just want to be as lucid as possible. And I don't think I'm aggressive at all. I think I am assertive. I'd say that. But yeah, hell yeah, I've been okay. So yeah, and I just want to be as lucid as possible. I want to be able to remember anything. Like one of my friends, I called him like day before yesterday, and one of my friends, I was not even conscious of what he was talking about. He was like, yeah, Randy, I'm going to ride the machine and I'm going to sit on it and I'm going to make a lot of money. And I'm like, what are you talking about, dude? I have no idea what you're saying or talking about. And I think, drinking, it's just not for me. And I had a drink when I was 16. I had a beer and it was just disgusting and it turned me off. I was like, alcohol is an acquired taste and I'd rather not acquire it. I want to be sober-minded as much as possible. And, that is really respectable. Grant, say something assertive. Assertive, I would say, Michael Jensen. The assertive things I say would be the, like, hey, can I get your number? Or, a lot of my friends are going out to a party. You can come along if you want to. I don't know. I just don't think I'm aggressive. I think I'm probably the least aggressive person that I know. I can attest to matters on the acid. Spent hours contemplating the curves of ketchup audio when I took acid. I created a great art afterwards. Yeah, Olga, if I ever took drugs, if I ever took illegal drugs, that is what I would want to focus on. I would like to, expand my art and artwork. I think it would be cool to like write something in a drunken stupor and then like wake up and be like, damn, did I write this? I think that would be interesting. What is your spirit animal? Cheetah. That would be my spirit animal. Because here's the thing is like I have bursts of energy, but I have low endurance, and the cheetah is the same thing. Cheetahs can run really fast for about a mile, but after a mile, they lose endurance and they stop chasing after their prey. So if they haven't caught their prey within a mile, they just, give up and like chill out until they get their energy back, which is pretty much what I do. I know not being sober has hurt my magic acts in the past. Yeah, being sober. Yeah, and I take a lot of nootropics, and new is I believe it's Latin for the mind, and nootropics are mind enhancers. And like I said, I've created a lot of my own magic tricks. A lot of them are taking several magic tricks, taking them, breaking them down, and combining them into new tricks, which I've done a lot too. And you're going to be seeing a lot of these new tricks on my Wix website. My next Wix video is it's coming out, and it'll have maybe 3 to 10 tricks on it. It'll be about $3.99, and those tricks, I break them down, I redo them, I restructure them, and the way they're done, only I do them. And I'm going to try to make it really affordable and really easy for people to learn. Do I take ashwagandha? Yes, I do. Anybody know where I can get some pills, man? Danger Dave. Danger Dave, I would go to Health Naturals is where I get all of my nootropic supplements from. Dave Lewis, why are you here? Dave Lewis, isn't he super famous? Nah, F that kid. So yeah, and I've actually taken a lot of nootropics before I go to sleep. And one time I dreamt of a trick. Then I woke up and I set it up and I did it for mom and it worked. Like some of these nootropics are just like exploding my IQ. And like I have around 47 tricks and I'm making new stuff up constantly. I have 47 tricks that are just ones that I made up and improvised. And I like to use like gags and props along with my stuff. Like I have some stickers that are playing card stickers that I put, random places. House tour. I'll do a house tour sometime later, Mitchell Jensen. But yeah, a lot of the tricks that I do are improvised tricks that only I do. And I bought like a bunch of plastic horses that are only about that big, and I'll put one in my pocket. And sometimes, after a trick, I'll go, I go, oh, I'm sorry. Sometimes when my throat gets scratchy, and then I'll pull out the horse and I go, I get a little hoarse. And people chuckle and they laugh at that. So there's a lot of improvised stuff that I do. Are you in South Florida or are you more of a panhandle guy? South Florida. Yeah. So yeah, keep a lookout on my Wix website. I'm giving away my tricks for money. I guess I should say I'm selling my tricks, and you'll be able to learn a lot of the stuff that only I do. Very few of them will require props, but some of them will require props, and I will give you the links to the props that you will need in the description. What are your other hobbies besides magic, script writing? If you don't know, I do animations here on YouTube with my friend John Fears. I'm working on an animation right now called Cameo Man. I've been steadily drawing pictures every day. Partially, my books are kind of taking over my animation work because I really want to get this book done. I really want to be that 8% of people who follows through on their New Year's resolutions. So one of my New Year's resolutions is to write 3 books on paperback. And like I said, I'm really hungry. I really want to be that 8%. I really do. And that's my goal for this year, is to be the 8%. Do you like volcanoes? They're good to look at. I would not want to be around. I would not want to be in 100 miles of a volcano because being devoured by lava is probably one of my worst fears of all time. Does the base? I don't know what you mean by that. Does the basement flood often in Florida? No, we don't have a basement. This is a mobile home. There's only two bedrooms, one living room, one kitchen, two bathrooms. So, John Bon acting kind of sus. I don't know what you mean by that. Yeah. So yeah, if you check out my website, I'm going to see if there's a way that I can make a coupon code for people. So people that I like will be able to get like half price or something. But I really do want to start making more passive income. That's my dream for this year, to make income just while I sleep, which would be really good. Did you know 1 in 12 people live near an active or potentially active volcano? I did not know that. I hope I'm not one of those. No, just kidding. All respect in the chat. Oh, John Bond is the guy who said, "Do you like volcanoes?" Oh, okay. Yeah. Yeah. I would never want to visit a volcano or be in the vicinity of a volcano because, like, I think that would be the absolute positively most worst way to die is being burned alive by lava. I think that would be absolutely horrible. I would not like that at all. At all. I would really rather drown, and if I was going to drown myself, I would want to like tie a weight around myself and go to the farthest part out to the ocean and then just drop the weight in the ocean. If I was going to kill myself, that's the way I would do it. Because, obviously I would be able to hold my breath for about like 3 minutes, and just seeing all the stuff that's down in the ocean and actually being a part of it would be kind of interesting. But I don't think that's ever going to happen ever in the entire eternity of time. But how long is this stream going to be? Actually, you know what? I think I'm going to cut it off in about 3 minutes, Twitter mob. Would you rather drown or burn in lava? Drown, 1,000 times over drown. Because, like being in cool water is, kind of refreshing. And, you get to be with all the animals. So, yeah, Twitter mob, I think I'm going to cut this off around 2.5 minutes from now. But yeah, so this was a goal setting stream. We kind of got off topic, but Erie, do not give up. Start small, and then work your way up. Because again, what I got to say is, a lot of authors, the majority of authors, like almost 99% of the successful authors out there, they did not start out, bam, breakout hit first book. A lot of authors took like 4 or 5 books to get kickstarted. Dan Brown, the guy who wrote Da Vinci Code was like his 4th book. So, you more a 7-Eleven guy or a QT? 7-Eleven. Agreed, Mr. Sanders. He definitely does. What if it's boiling water? No, that'd be pretty bad. I wouldn't want boiling water. Do you think Joe Biden has dementia? I don't follow Biden much. I don't follow the news very much. So scuba diving's like that, but cooler because you don't die. Yeah, that's cool. Gonna get some magic goals of the year. My magic goals, George Ansa, are to add is to get those 10 videos done. I'm going to do 10 magic tricks on one, and I'm going to charge 99 cents for each trick. So I'm going to break it up too. So there's going to be 10 videos. Each of them are for 99 cents. So if you only want one trick, you can just buy that one trick. And then once I have all 10 videos done, I'm going to roll all those into one video, which will be $9.99. So you can get them all in one fell swoop. So no matter what you want, I got you covered. So if you just want this trick over here, all you have to do is pay 99 cents. Let's say you want all the tricks. You can get all the tricks for $9.99. So those are my magic goals for this year. Also, my magic goals for this year is to make double what I made last year. I made $167 in tips last year. I made about $9 in tips this year so far. So, I got a long road ahead of me. And then also my goal for my writing goal is to get 3 books done. And then for script writing is to make $600 because I made $302 last year. So those are basically all my goals in a nutshell. And I have exhausted those 2.5 minutes. So, do you like China? I got nothing against China. Get some magic goals for the year. Do you like China? Yeah, I think they're okay. Do you think COVID is a bioweapon from China? I have no idea. Will you start an OnlyFans? No. Will you post an updated magic routine? Yes, I will. Definitely. You can count on that, Ola. I guarantee I will. Do a little twirl. That's a little twirl. Buying them additionally saves 0. You should give your bundle discount, maybe 20% off. If I find a way to do coupons on Wix, I will create a coupon for the group. Is it important to keep a good sleep schedule? Yeah, it is, but I'm still kind of a night owl. I kind of pretty much always stay up until about 5 or 6 in the morning, and then I sleep until basically 1 or 2 in the afternoon. Yeah, that is quite late, Lucky Chucky. So I'm going to do a shout out. Going to shout out to the people in the chat. Shout out to Lucky Chucky. Shout out to the dude. Shout out to the new BH. Shout out to Demons. Shout out to Richie. Shout out to Tender Immortal. Shout out to Vice President Kamala Harris. Shout out to D-Man. Shout out to Dank Meme Time Machine. Shout out to Richie Wright. Shout out to Mahmoud Hikmet. Shout out to the boys. Shout out to Yakovo. Shout out to One Up SP. Shout out to Zebo Wang. Shout out to Erie. And especially to Erie, keep it up. Keep it up. Do not give up. My mom always said, do what you love and the money will come. If you just keep on trucking, you will find a way. Shout out Peter McWilliams, Graham Sanders, shout out to Dragon, shout out to Edward Mass, shout out to Team Suck, shout out to Olga S, shout out to Graham Sanders, shout out to Twitter Mob, shout out to George Ansa, shout out to Toilet. That's a interesting name. And I think that might be it. Possibly. Shout out to Pixel Procol. Shout out to Michael Jensen. Shout out to James John Bond. Shout out to Danger Dave. And there we go. So yeah. So like I said, I'm going to put a lot of my magic tricks for sale on my magic site. So check that out. And then to find good magic tricks, you might want to go to magictrick.com. Magictricks.com was a good site. Shout out to my boy Randy. And then also another good site is my website. I'm going to put it in the description to this thing. And if you go to Works, it'll show you links to my books on Kindle, the little memory book, 7 little tricks that make a big difference, quantify and achieve your goals. And it'll show you the book on comedy. You can go there. You can buy that there. And then look for the little memory book, 7 little tricks that make a big difference by R.P. Brown, Randy Paul Brown, on Amazon on paperback. And if you want to review, I mean, go ahead if you want to. And so that's basically it. I don't want to pull one of my friends does this. He says, "Oh, I'm going," and then he talks for like 30 more minutes. So can you read your books for us? No, I've got to Michael Jensen. I've got to pick and choose the things that I want to do, because I want to do a lot with my life, and I've got to pick and choose because I can't do them all. So I will see if I can get somebody to do an audiobook version of my book on Fiverr. But other than that, I probably will not be doing an audio version. So I just wanted to say hi to everybody out there, and thank you for watching the stream. I appreciate it. And I will see you later, alligator. All right. I'm 76 and I have bad eyesight. Well, I will try to accommodate you. I will see on Fiverr. A quick excerpt. Maybe I could do a quick excerpt. But for now, my name's Randy Brown for Cameo Man and Vlogging with Mr. Brown. Actually, I got to change that now. I got to change my sign off because I changed my names. So this is Cameo Man 2021 and the Mayor of Magic. And I will see you later, alligator. All right, bye.